I think maybe it kind of started when I was offered, when line management came into education. Do you remember that, Rose?
Indeed.
And I thought, because I mean, I studied history, I taught for 5 years, and then they brought in line management. I thought, oh, it's not really for me, this. I left to start a specialist food company. And then ultimately to look at how people learn to become entrepreneurs and how organisations learn to be enterprising. And the stuff with the organisations was always slightly peripheral, but over the last 5 or 6 years it's got more and more and more. And it's a very exciting area. It suddenly came top of the agenda for a lot of people. I knew it had come top of the agenda when I was at an event and somebody from the NHS in organisational development said, we were talking about enterprising behaviours, and she said, well, we can't carry on doing what we're doing. We need a bit of enterprise in the NHS. We can't carry on doing the same with fewer people and less money. It's got to change. We've got to start thinking and acting differently. So that's partly what this day is about. So what I'm going to do just now is I'll set the context about what intrapreneurship is. And it says, although it says entrepreneur versus janitor, that came from an EDAS, a Scotland's Towns event. Again, how many weeks ago was that? Maybe about 6 weeks ago. And we were talking about the future of Scotland's towns. There was an event, there was a big discussion, and somebody said at the end, well, we need to be a lot less janitorial. You can't do that, and a lot more entrepreneurial. So that was the basis for this. But what I'm going to do, really, is ask the question, which is, how are your enterprise arteries? Now, where did that actually come from? The kind of catalyst for all of this activity was, I was doing a project with somebody, and he said, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. And then he said, I just work for somebody else. And I got quite cross about that. And the reason I got quite cross, and I said, no, you're not. And he went, well, what do you mean I'm not? I'm a very enterprising person. It's exactly the same thing. No, because your salary comes in every month. You get a regular income, and you know where you are. And that salary drives your behaviour. And that's the fundamental difference between entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. When somebody starts off and goes down the route of starting their own business or social enterprise or other project, they have no guarantee of income coming in every week or every month. They will start to change what it is they do, how they do things and how they achieve things, because if the money's not coming in, then they've got to do something more robust. That does not happen when you're working for somebody else, because you're guaranteed a salary and income. But that doesn't mean to say that it's any worse. It's just different. So what happened was, for most of my working life with entrepreneurs, it's been 20 years working with frustrated employees who've had enough and wanted out of the system. Fiona kind of found her own exit route, and you'll hear from her later on. You chose, was it politics?
It was sacked.
It was sacked.
Only once. No, I wasn't.
No, he elected us.
And Alan Meldrum, speaking in the afternoon, is, well, you still work for somebody. You're the worst of all. You work for a big corporate, but you're a very enterprising person. So the entrepreneur, the essential thing between entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs is they see the world the way they want it to be, not as it is. And that's the really exciting, interesting bit.